Anyone who knows me knows that I'm obsessed with Game of Thrones. I'm more obsessed with the books that they're based on, but because more people watch the show than read the books, I'm here to talk to you about why I think Game of Thrones will go down in history as the best TV show of all time. Who here hasn't watched Game of Thrones but has heard of the show? What genre do you think it is? I'll throw you a few options. Political, drama, adventure, fantasy. It's actually all of the above, with elements of family, medieval themes, romance, and war. Author George R.R. Martin has said that a lot of the plot points and characters are actually based on historical events and figures, so we can also add an element of history into the mix as well. Game of Thrones is an epic fantasy so dense and so detailed that it's impossible for the show not to fit under every genre category. That said, because its genre is so broad, it appeals to people who love fantasy, people who love political dramas, people who love adventure, and so on and so forth. Game of Thrones is also known for its grey characters. Where most fantasies have your good guys and your bad guys, Game of Thrones characters are not black and white, and in that way they are relatable. Jaime Lannister, or better known in Westeros as the Kingslayer, was absolutely deplorable in the first season. He seemed to have no moral compass. None of us would have known that we'd actually end up liking an incestuous kin and Kingslayer attempted child murderer and enemy of the Starks, but we did in Season 3 as we watched his friendship with Brienne of Tarth blossom. Jaime saved Brienne from being raped, and as a result, it cost him his sword-fighting hand. He also rode all the way back to Harrenhal just to save Brienne from Locke and his men. The Bart scene with Brienne showed us why Jaime was actually forced to kill Mad King Aerys, and this humanized Jaime and showed us how complex he actually is as a character. Character development is hugely important in any fiction, and Game of Thrones does this very well. Some other key characters that have grown throughout the series are Sandor Clegane, Stannis Baratheon, Jon Snow, Daenerys Targaryen, Sansa Stark, just to name a few. The show is also hugely successful for its high production quality. In 2016, the season cost approximately $100 million to produce. That's $10 million per episode. Now, obviously, as the show has become more and more popular throughout the years, the budget has increased. Season 2, for example, each episode cost $6 million approximately. So that's an amazing $40 million difference from Season 6. We can compare Season 2's Battle of Blackwater to Season 6's Battle of the Bastards, and even though both are phenomenal, we can see the superiority in Season 6's in the Season 6 battle versus the Season 2 battle. The Battle of the Bastards involved 600 crew members, 500 extras, 160 ton of gravel, 70 horses, 25 stuntmen and women, 4 camera crews, and it took 25 days to shoot. An average episode for a TV drama takes approximately 8 to 12 days, so this kind of gives you an idea of how much effort was actually put into it. HBO has been given source material with so much drama and many great characters to create a TV show that is immeasurable. George R.R. Martin has created a world so vast, detailed, and complex that a high production quality is expected and necessary for the show in order to give justice to the books. The show is a record breaker. In 2015, it broke the Emmy record for most wins in a year, and in 2016, they broke Frasier's previous Emmy record of 37 total wins. They've also secured Guinness World Record titles for most Emmy awards for a fictional series and most Emmy awards for a drama series. They are already on the path to going down as the greatest television series in history, and I have no doubt that they eventually will be.